Larry, how did you feel about Iron Man 3 compared to Iron Man 1 and 2?
It was terrible.
Why?
Where do I start, dude? You really want me to explain why Iron Man wasn't good?
Well, I look. The one
Okay, I'll
thing.
say this. Let me say this. Are you
Okay.
recording?
Yes.
All right, I don't want to talk about it anymore.
No, come on, come on.
He's always trying to record me, man.
Come on,
Anyway,
come on.
okay. First thing is, Robert Downey Jr. was an excellent Tony Stark, and the best thing about Iron Man 3 was Tony Stark. He was hilarious. He put this stupid kid in the movie. He was playing off the kid. He was still funny, even though the kid was annoying. You know what I mean? He was still funny. The worst thing about Iron Man 3 was his Iron Man. His suits were terrible. They were breaking all the time. They were easily destroyed. The people with superpowers had no clear and defined powers, like the fire guys or the extremists. I didn't know if they were super strong or fast. He blowing fire with his mouth one time. He never does that again. They had no defined abilities. The Mandarin little. Hold on, no. The Mandarin, that little twist, that was stupid. The fact that they tried to save it at the end by him saying, "I am the Mandarin," and, out of context, nobody was talking about the Mandarin at all during the fight. And then suddenly he's like, "You want the Mandarin? I'm the Mandarin." I'm like, "Okay, I got you. You're the Mandarin now, not that jackass." But let's just put in bullet points. Iron Man was not in his suit most of the movie. Anytime he was in the suit, he was having a bad time. He failed to save Pepper. He dropped her in the lava, dude, or whatever the fire thing.
Yeah.
He didn't save her. She would have died. Under normal circumstances, she'd be dead. And he failed as a hero. He did not kill Mandarin or whatever the fire dude want to call himself. She did. She killed him easily. You know what I mean? And he didn't do nothing. He didn't do anything heroic. He blew up his suits for no reason. They have the president in the Iron Patriot suit. For some reason, it doesn't work while he's in it. And then as soon as Rhodey gets in it, it works fine. Like, nothing made sense in that movie. Why did it not work why did the president have super strength? What was he worried about? He was in a super suit.
I didn't like the fact that they made War Machine in this movie whack compared to number 2 when he was a badass. He was, him and Iron Man was just taking down thousands and thousands of leagues of robots, and then this time
thousands. Where's more like 30?
Well, no, in the second one, remember it was like an army of robots. They were just shooting them down.
Yeah, it was, but it was like there was like 30 of them. Yeah,
all right, fine, 30. Okay, 30,000, whatever. Same number. Anyway,
that's not the same number. You give me $30, you give me $1,000. I'm gonna know the difference.
Wait,
hey, I owe you $1,000. Here's 30. It's the same number. No, it's not.
Look, the point I'm trying to make is this: is that in the second one, at the end, you had this fantastic battle with Iron Man and War Machine. You know what I mean? And this one, when you had Robert Downey Jr. and I forgot his name. What's his name again?
Guy Pearce.
No, Robert Downey Jr. and the guy who played War Machine.
Oh, that guy. I don't know his name.
Don Cheadle. Come on, guys.
Don Cheadle. Sorry. When you have those two and they're playing them regular selves, it just took me out the movie. You know what I mean about this, and then you have 50 suits, and you don't have one for Rhodey. Your friendship don't even look like it's strong because I at least would have had another. I don't know. Like, to me, you're right, Larry. A lot of the flavor was taken.
Yeah,
out
no,
of it,
I mean,
though.
he was nothing iron about him. Like in Iron Man 1 and Iron Man 2, he's got like one suit and he's using them and they're strong and stuff. Like his suits was breaking all the time. They're easily being blown up. It was like plastic. Like I was just like, look, why am I afraid of you? You lose a suit every
Did he DC?
I don't know. I think he did though. But the point of what he was saying is
like,
oh, there is.
Yeah, there is.
You want the experimental suit that floats around and all that stuff, and get you like that. Once you throw on that old trusty dusty and kick this nigga in his chest, I don't know,
No,
man.
no, because that's what I was waiting for at the end of the movie, for him to be like, "All right, you want to dance, puppet? Let's dance." And then here comes old shining armor.
Yeah, he's like, you know what, get the Mark II out here. And then, and Mark II comes and he's like, yeah, this is the trusty dusty. And then he kicks him in the chest and then he wins. And then Pepper's alive because of this. Maybe he caught her. I don't know, man. That was so. When he dropped her, I was in the theater. And you know what? Yeah, I was in the theater and I was just like. And I looked at my wife and my wife looked at me and I was like, he just dropped her. And she was like, I know. But she didn't care, and I cared. I was like, "Nigga, you failed. Like, Pepper died.
Hold
You
up, let me.
didn't say that's not
So,
heroic."
so would you say, Larry, that the movie fell to most third superhero movies like X-Men, Spider-Man 3? Would you say that Iron Man 3 failed at the third movie, like most movie does, superhero movie does?
No. What I think
Because
that
if you hold on, if you
I'm,
just to paint the picture, Marvel movies, Blade 3 fail, Spider-Man 3 fail, X-Men
Big
3
fail.
fail.
Big fail.
So Iron Man 3 fell.
you know what, and I'll say this, Yes, it failed, but it's hard to call it a true fail. I think they were highly disappointing. And the reason why I don't call it a true fail is because Robert Downey Jr. is such a good Tony Stark, man. I mean, you just believe it. He's funny. I actually enjoyed the movie because I was watching him. His witty banter and his jokes were awesome. I wasn't just like, come on, man, put the suit on, beat him up. Like, I actually enjoyed when he was kidnapped. I enjoyed when he was fighting with Pepper. I even enjoyed when he was talking about the kid not having a dad, and he was like, everybody got problems, kid, grow up. It made me giggle, and I was just like, okay, cool. I'm not mad because he's such a good Tony Stark. You know what I mean? And that's what I felt like. I didn't feel like I was watching Iron Man. I felt like I was watching Tony Stark. And
Well, you know
so
what? A lot of people from the from the first two movies, a lot of people said that, hey, you're using too much Iron Man and not enough Tony Stark. So in the third one, they use more way more Tony Stark.
Yeah, they use. See, now I'm not blaming that. To me, I'm not the composition of suit usage and Tony Stark. They didn't bother me. But whenever he put the suit on, it was extremely underwhelming. It was a waste of time. It wasn't very important. That's where it failed. Like, okay, you can be the coolest Tony Stark in the world, but once you throw that suit on, you are Iron Man, bro. I expect you to kick someone in the chest, shoot a missile. I don't know.
Or shoot
Somebody
something
gotta
out of
get
your
hurt,
chest.
man. Somebody can, yeah. You gotta hit somebody with a chest beam. Like, it just, that needs to happen, and it did not, dude. When he was in his suits, he wasn't Iron Man, man. He was, I'm running from this flaming dude, man. I dropped my girlfriend, man. I can't kill him, baby. You got him. Man. I don't know, man. I felt like when afterwards the Avengers should have showed up and said, "Hey, Pepper, let's go." you know what I mean? Pepper, come on, let's go. You got his spot now.
So let me actually.
I'm Iron Man. No, you ain't got no suits no more.
Let's wrap it up. Three last points, real quick, real fast. Last minute, yes or no answers. Do you agree with him destroying his suits at the end of the movie?
No.
Do you agree with him pretty much giving up the mantle of Iron Man?
No. And I got something to add to that.
Go ahead.
The gesture of him blowing up his suits as a gesture to his woman, I completely understood. I'm a married man, I get it. But he's still Iron Man, dude. He could have look, hey. And he could have Tony Starked it too. Blew all the other suits up. Kept Trusty Dusty and said, hey, baby, you never know. Somebody might come by the house again. You don't get the house blown up. And everybody would have laughed, and he would have still been Iron Man. And she would have giggled. And it would have been okay. He didn't have to blow up all his suits. That's stupid. What if somebody fly down, ha-ha, you ain't so bad without your suit, are you? And then just shoots him in the face. You know what I mean? Like,
It's to me that didn't make any sense because her overreaction of him, because this is all in the same universe as Marvel. her overreaction of him and his suits when you just had a massive alien invasion with almost brought the world to its knees, and you're telling your husband boyfriend that he's obsessing over some suits. Kind of you understand what I'm saying? Like, it's not her reaction.
Counterproductive.
Yeah, it's not. I can understand if this was before the big invasion, whatever the case may be, and she's going to tell me what are you talking about. But you just had an alien invasion that they mentioned in the movie numerous amount of times. You don't think your boyfriend should be
Yeah,
prepared?
he's got PTSD and everything
Yeah.
too. So
Or at least say some stuff like, "Hey, I think you made enough suits. Come on back to bed." And then if he's, "Oh, I need 60, not 40," then I can understand that. And then maybe if she at the end say, "Look, Tony, you only need the one suit. You don't need 50 of them," and I can understand him getting rid of the 50 and then just becoming the one Iron Man.
why didn't he?
But I mean, I think you're right. But to me, Pepper's acting or them trying to set up the fact that he should not be Iron Man to set up, I guess, the climax of him coming back in the Avengers. And I mean, I see what they're doing. They're trying to set it up so when Avengers 2 pop around, it's not him going around trying to recruit this team. It's now the team trying to recruit Iron Man back because he's the leader. And I mean, you can see it coming, whatever the case may be. You can see that it's coming that way.
Do you think they'll include Pepper? Like, now that she's got like superhuman strength, she's going to be in the fight too?
No, they I think took away her powers. I think whatever at the end of the movie. Remember she had that surgery?
Did they?
Yeah, she had
I don't remember.
they had surgery at the end of it where they got her back, to normal and whatnot. And then for some reason, the thing in his chest that was keeping him alive, he was able to not, I guess need it anymore. I don't know. It was a bunch of just bullshit. Like, yeah, I don't know. All I know is that it to me the movie was a fail. The second one to me was the best one, not the first one, but the second one because I didn't like Terrence Howard all that much. But I think the second one was the best one out of all of them.